Hi everyone. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you are new to my channel is about my personal journey of building wealth and learning how to manage my expenses. I started this channel in December of 2022 because I found myself with $195,000 in credit card debt. What you're going to see me do here is set up two aspects of my budget. I'm going to set up my monthly overview calendar, and I'm also going to set up my weekly budget tracker. This is going to be a little bit tedious, but I am going to show you how the sausage is made. So we're going to go one day at a time. We're going to copy paste everything into my October calendar here, and then I'm going to be back and we're going to discuss it all in details, okay? Okay, last one. I spared you all the painful details of copy pasting all of my bills for the month. So, altogether, it took about 5 minutes. That painful process of copy pasting is the reason why I much prefer Mint as the best monthly overview tracker. If you have not seen my video on how to manage your bills using Mint, I'm going to link it up here for you so that you can review that video. Mint does a much better job at managing your bills automatically. Once you've added it to a particular date, you do not have to be copy pasting it the way I do. Okay, quick overview of my monthly bills here. I still keep some of my credit cards, even though as of today, as I am talking to you today, end of September, I have completely paid off all of my credit cards. I am at zero balance except for whatever credit card I am paying at the end of every month. It really is a glorious, exciting thing to not have that monthly payment from credit cards. The only card I still have left is this card over here, my Lowe's, but that's no longer a credit card, that's just a debt, and I only have about $300 left on that card. I don't know if I'm cheating, but I'm technically credit card debt free, except for this one credit card that turned into a loan. If you were to remove all of my credit cards, I have quite a few sets of bills. The month of September, I had Apple TV and I got rid of that. I was supposed to get rid of Sling TV, but I did not. That's a whole nother story. I was supposed to get rid of it. I have to make sure I do that today. Take a look at this. So they're going to charge me again tomorrow. So I have to make sure that I go in there today and cancel it. I was traveling for almost 3 weeks and barely used it. So I should have just canceled it. To be fair to myself, I did cancel it, but I guess I made a mistake in how I canceled it and it did not go through. I have to make sure that whatever we do today, it actually goes through. I will be considering Max, however, because they do have a live news. The only reason I watch Sling right now is for live news. So I will be getting rid of Sling TV. That's my goal for next month, is to make sure I get rid of Sling TV. I'm sorry for the little goat in my throat. I can hear it and it bothers me. But I'm shooting this video really late. I'm realizing that I don't want to be any later on this video. Other than that, everything is good. Oh, last month, you remember me calling out my State Farm bills. My premium went up by well over $115, $120 a month. It's very frustrating. I feel like we are at the mercy of these companies, unfortunately. So we'll see. I'm going to try to research if I can get a lower premium. If not, last when I checked, State Farm was actually pretty affordable compared to other people, especially considering the fact that I have everything bundled on the State Farm. I am going to. Oh, I got rid of Audible. I no longer have this bill. So that's a few extra dollars I'm keeping in my pocket. To be honest, right, I will be making a different video on how to really maximize your effort when it comes to your money. Yes, I'm cutting back on Sling TV, $45 here, Audible, $17. But at the end of the day, these little bills is not where you make your biggest dent. Your biggest dent is in your living expenses. As you can see here, my bills and my rent is $2,500. If you can find a way to cut back on your biggest expenses, you will see the biggest dent in your financial situation. These are little things you have to keep in mind. And when it comes to lessons lived, this is a big one for me, right? I have like little expenses like Audible. Yes, they make a big difference, but not nearly as much as when you can tackle the big stuff, bills and rent. For me right now, the other one is auto, right? If you can manage to find a way to offset your auto cost. I'm lucky enough that my auto cost is offset by my company. But think more about the big chunks, okay? So let that be a quick tangent, lesson lived. Focus on the big stuff and not the little stuff. With that out of the way, let's go now and set up my weekly budget. We are about to close out the month of September as well, so we're going to copy paste. We're going to duplicate the month of September. This is exciting because it's also a new quarter, and when it's a new quarter, it's a problem. Okay. It's me once again cleaning up little inconsistencies in my spreadsheet. But you know what? It's part of the process. I'm now going to duplicate this blank. That's technically September. And we'll rename this October. The only reason I'm using the September and not the blank is because I did make quite a few changes to the spreadsheet for September that I would like to carry over to the next month. The first thing I'm going to do is just delete all of this information. We'll just delete it because it certainly doesn't apply. September was a very light spending month for me because I was on the road for almost 3 weeks. As exhausting as it is, it does help to keep me honest. I think my spending budget is probably completely blown. Much better. Just a small little formatting thing. What I quickly did there was total all of my personal expenses here. Because down here, this right here is the total of my work related expenses. And what I wanted to be able to have is a total of my personal expenses. So this whole year, this spreadsheet has been a work in progress that I keep adapting so that it really fits my needs. And we'll go once again and delete all of this. The reconciled amount should always be zero. And if you've been watching my videos, you know why I do that. It just makes my life easier as I'm transferring all of my expenses from Mint to my spreadsheet because the format is a little bit different. I am still working on paying off my electrical bills. So hopefully, when I close out the month of September, I'm also going to make sure that all of this is taken care of. So the spreadsheet is cleaned up. Let's look at where I want to be for each month. Auto and transport, $200. I think that's reasonable. Bills, 4,000. Let me make this bigger for you. I apologize if you weren't able to see earlier. October, October 6th, October 13th, October 19th, and then October 26th. This is one of those months where it looks like I will have to add. I will do it later. I will be needing to add another. Alright, so I'm going to have to add all the way to October 31st. I will make this its own week just because there are 5 more days into this week. As far as income, I'll keep it the same. It might even need to be a little bit lower. Auto and transport, I'll budget 250 just because I'll be home more. I'll increase it a little bit. Bills, 4,000. Business services, yes. So my business services have changed. I'm going to budget 500 here, education 0, entertainment 30. I'm going to keep it as is. Fees and charges, I'm going to keep this to 100. We're lowering that. Financial, we're going to keep that to 200. Health and fitness, we're going to keep it at 400. Home 100. Personal 100. Taxes 450 as always. Travel 450. So the biggest change here is my business services. I do have an editor now who's helping me edit my videos. It's one of those things where I have a busy job and I think that it's important for me to try to nurture this channel, so I invested in having somebody support me with business services. I think 500 might be a little bit on the lower side, but we'll see. I think September is the first month I'm going to have it, the full month. But keep our eyes on that and see how we're doing. Electricity, I can lower this to 150. Water, I'm not sure yet. I still don't know where I'm going to stand on water. Internet 100, gas 50. I think I'm going to come out below, but we'll see. Groceries and dining 300 and 100. Yeah, because that's right. This is the change that I made. Grocery, dining, and home supplies. Change this. Home supplies. And just like here, I have Amazon. I'm going to be changing this. Right? Because what I'm going to do here is add Walmart as its own category, just because I spend so much at Walmart. And my Walmart expenses are more than just groceries and dining. Walmart is a combination, just like with Amazon, is a combination of a whole lot of things. And coming into the holidays, I'm seriously considering getting rid of Amazon. The Amazon app on my phone. Let me know what you think. I might do a video on little tips and tricks of how I'm going to try to control my expenses for Q4 for the holidays, just because my biggest expense category at one shopping location or store is Amazon. It's so convenient. They make spending money so convenient. So hopefully I can control that a little bit. To have another category, to have to spend too much on groceries outside of Walmart, but just because I don't know what that's going to look like, I'll put 50 just to be safe. Shopping, it's going to stay the same. $200 for Amazon, $200 on clothing. So everything is still good there. Okay, I need to clean this up. 38. We'll drag it across all of this. Okay, so we got that. Work related expenses. I can actually lower airfare to 3,000. Taxi can make that 200. Hotel, we can make it 1,500. I'm anticipating only 2 instances where I'll have to travel in October. Three actually. Food and dining 1,000. Yes, because I'll be home and I'm hoping to do a little bit more customer dinners. Car rentals, this can be 500. Conferences, make this 350. These conferences might be even higher, but we'll see. Yeah, I think this 14,000 number is where it looks like I am consistently. Now let's go up here and see what I want to budget in terms of income. Yeah, 18,000, 100%, because I haven't done my expense report for the month of August. No, no, no. For August, I haven't done expense report on my food. I compiled all of the big expenses and submitted those. I haven't done it for food. So this month is going to be a big month of expense track, of work related expense report submittals. So I should be expecting a little bit more if I can submit all of them by the end of October, which I have no choice but to do so because it drains my own personal account, unfortunately. All right. So that is a wrap for the month of October. I've budgeted about 18,400 for income. I'm keeping it that number. I will come below that, and that's okay. My expenses I've budgeted $14,080. I also do believe that I will be coming out below that, and if all is well and done with the universe, I should have a net income of about $4,320. It is going to be below that for sure, but there's no reason why I should be in the red unless I do not submit my expense report. So far, This whole year, I've only been in the red 1 month. That's the month that I was moving, and I ended up not submitting any expense reports. So I was in the red. Other than that, everything should be in the green by a certain amount, right? I like to be at a $2,000 left over every month, but it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for joining me on another budget setup. I am going to see you in my next video. If you are a new subscriber, I am constantly releasing lots of videos on my own personal finance journey and all of the everything that I'm learning about how to better manage money and how to build wealth. Because this is the end of quarter, be on the lookout for my videos on credit card debt update, network update, and quarter Q3 closeout video.